Good afternoon. It's the 27th of January 2026. You're listening to and watching part 4 of my radio play 72 Minutes by Anthony Edward Charles Linford. Other parts are available on YouTube. We continue with Callum in the studio on the late night phone-in just after the beginning of a nuclear attack on a major British city. You're listening to Nightline. I'm Callum, and wherever you are, you're not alone. Soundscape. Distant sirens, wind through broken masonry, a crackle like fire beginning to breathe. Caller online. Ellie. Hello? Can you hear me? Callum stiffens, leans closer to the mic. Callum, I can hear you. What's your name? Ellie. Glass falls somewhere nearby, like shot on a tin roof. Ellie, I need you to listen very carefully. Smoke creeps under the studio door. The walls seem to breathe as another rumble follows through. Ellie, it's hot. There's fire. Everything's shaking. I'm frightened. Help me, Callum. She says his name. He swallows. Okay. Curl up if you can. Make yourself small, like a hedgehog. Cover your mouth with whatever you have. He tastes sweat as it runs into his mouth. Callum continues. You're doing brilliantly. I'm right here. A scream of tearing metal. The studio lights flicker. Janet, in the control room, presses her hand against the cracked glass, makeup smudged, blood in her hairline. She mouths, We have to. Another shock. She stumbles. Callum, to Mike, forcing calm. We're still on air. The light's still red. Her beat. Ah, well, the show must go on. The small girl is now sobbing on the open line. Child, voice only. Mummy. Callum closes his eyes. I know. The on-air light flickers harder now. The clock ticks louder. Janet slumps against the glass, breathing shallow, eyes fixed on Callum. Firelight flickers behind her. This is Callum, broadcasting as long as power holds, as long as that light stays on. Light flickers, but still holds. Callum opens up a second line. He fades it up. There's a hiss and static. Feedback echoes. Caller, voice only. Steve. It's Steve. Steve says, Love you. Thank God it's you. So glad you could pick up. A soft electronic click, a phone connection settling. Steve continues, Are you okay? Are you still at home? What about the kids? The line stays open. Steve breathes wet, shallow. Callum freezes. Janet looks up from the floor, realizing what this is. Steve, still voice only. I was talking to this bloke on a late night phone-in. He stops, gathers breath. Steve, still voice only. Then I went into surgery. Soundscape. Distant alarms, a generator coughing somewhere far off, the metallic rasp of a bone saw, remembered, not heard. Callum leans into the mic. gentle, careful. Steve, you're through to us on Light Nightline again. A beat. I know you want this to be your wife, I really do. Steve exhales, confused, frightened. But I'm still here with you. Steve, did it? He swallows. Did it go okay? Callum, it did. You made it through. Another deep rumble rolls under the studio. Callum continues. You were in that underground car park when the first one hit. As Callum speaks, the images come, described, not shown. Callum, rescue teams pulled you out. Not everyone made it. More soundscape, metal settling, distant human cries on air. Your legs were badly crushed. They did everything they could. Callum proceeds carefully. The power was out, so they built an operating theatre under a concrete stairwell. Janet turns away, tears cutting through the grime on her face. They had to act fast. A breath. Callum continues. They saved your life. Steve, voice only. I remember a kid. His voice cracks. A little kid. They put him under first. Callum closes his eyes. You're safe now. This is a lie, a mercy. You survived the surgery. Steve breathes long and trembling. The on-air light flickers violently. Callum, I will tell your wife. Soft. Right now, just stay with me. The soundscape changes again. We have two lines open, Callum juggling both, pressing buttons, checking levels. Steve, breathing wet and laboured, close. Ellie now, breathing quick, high, fighting a stop. They overlap. Ellie. Callum. She stops herself and swallows it down. Ellie again. Mummy's not breathing. We take a beat. Help. Tell me what to do. Callum straightens. Absolute focus now. Okay, Ellie, I'm here. Listen to me. Steve's breathing fills the gaps. Put your hand on Mummy's chest. Tell me if it's moving. Ellie breathes and counts. It's not. Her voice stays brave. Too brave. Callum says, all right, I need you to check her neck. Just under the jaw. Can you feel for a post? Ellie shifts rubble. A faint scrape of stone. Ellie again. Voice only. She's cold. Understanding. We land after this beat. Steve's breathing stutters. He's listening. Somewhere near him, the tiny whir of a wind-up radio. Steve, voice only. Nate, a cough, pain. Forget me. Another breath. Help her. Callum closes his eyes for half a second. You've done everything right. I want you to move back next to her. Sit where she can feel you. Ellie nods, unheard but felt. Okay. Steve's breathing slows. He lets her take the air. Talk to her, Ellie. Tell her you're there. The on-air light flickers. The clock ticks louder. Both still open. both still live. We fade out. Unheard, Ellie nods, and as we come back in, we just hear a second of Steve's breath becoming more laboured. Callum's jaw tightens when he speaks. His voice steadier than it should be. I don't know if she can hear you, Ellie. The static swells, then settles, but you can still talk to her. Ellie presses closer. Mummy isn't moving, Callum. I think... She doesn't say it. Callum says it kindly and for her. Ellie, she's dead. On one steady, holding rhythm, we fade out. End of part 4.